Capitol in burqas and not saying anything. Or perhaps everybody from around the country can send the senators or legislators who voted for this bill. I'm not talking about like bags of poo or something gross, but some kind of gag item. We can ship them all pregnancy tests or something, ridiculous, some kind of gag.
I think they should be allowed to put it up on the internet that they were raped by the state of Oklahoma.
I think they should. And I'm sorry, but they said, well, gee, yeah, I'd like to give Oklahoma thanks for actually allowing the women to legally look away where they don't have to be forced to look. You know what? Honestly, I wonder how long that's going to fucking last. And the reason why is
actually the way it's written, it says that they're allowed to avert their gaze, which means but they have to basically look at the screen. I'm wondering if you're only allowed just to move your eyes, not your head, just your eyes.
Dragonfly has a good idea.
I mean, it's that specific statement is very, how shall I put it? It's not really well worded.
Exactly.
I have a good idea. If you don't agree with that law, send the legislature a vibrator. No, but I think you should go send them a dildo.
Definitely. A double-sided dildo.
Honestly, I don't think that was written, I don't think those words were written poorly. I think they were written like that on purpose. You know what I could honestly see happening here? Has anybody ever seen A Clockwork Orange? When he was being reconditioned, where his eyes were being held open? I can see that fucking happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I find
she
it
looked
disgusting.
away instead of just averting her eyes. Yeah, like she turned her head. When the law says she may avert her eyes. So I really hope this doesn't stand, because this is like fucking, I have no words. I mean, this is an attempt to put us under Sharia law, only the Christian version of it. This is disgusting.
Well, if this law is allowed to stand by the Supreme Court, which it won't be, all that is, like I said, an ass-kissing technique to gain votes. But if it did or allowed to stand, people that had sanity and are lucid need to leave the country, because that shows how moronic the country has become, that it's okay for the government not only to be into your bedroom, but now they can sniff your crotch whenever they please.
And you better not cry rape.
I'm sorry. I still view this as government-sanctioned torture by the state of Oklahoma.
Yeah, you may have something with the cruel and unusual punishment thing.
Which is what I've been saying all along, too, on my YouTube channel about it, that it is. It's quite literally cruel and unusual punishment for people that are not warranted to have it. We cannot torture Al-Qaeda on U.S. soil, but we're going to torture our own. This is wrong. End of story.
That's just like when Texas tried to pass a law that rapists could be castrated in a sentence. That was cruel and unusual punishment. That law was thrown out. Go figure it would come from Texas. And now the next door neighbor is just getting as stupid, comes up with a law that they better keep their hands out of my job. That's all I got to say. They got no right in there.
I agree. I'm going to hang up now and let you guys get back to the Arizona thing, because you only have a few more minutes.
That's okay, because we got like 5 minutes, so I'm going to hang up on you.
All right. You go ahead and do that. All right.
Later.
Well, I'll see you guys on the tube.
Bye.
Well, Debbie, if supporting using the laws that are in place makes you a racist, then I guess I'm a racist. Because you know what? I support using the law that we got instead of creating more laws and making it more confusing, piling law on top of law. Use what you got, and if they don't work, then ask for something different.
Exactly. I don't think that we needed to pass another law, but And they say, well, they're not going to sit there and racially profile. How can you not racially profile with a law like this? Seriously.
It's a given. Any law that has to deal with, basically aliens in our country.
But you need to stop looking at
racially profile. I'm sorry. It's a given.
Don't you kind of think that the state of Arizona is being racist by making somebody carry a card proving where they were born? That kind of sounds like that's racist to me.
But the thing is, if you want to take that angle, and I'm hoping I can get this out quick, if you're going to take that angle, then that's just going to feed into the, oh my goodness, it's the New World Order. We all have to carry this one ID card now everywhere we go.
You know what? I honestly don't even give a shit about that. As long as it helps, with the illegal alien problem, I would not have a problem with it, And I'm sorry, we only got like 4 minutes, so geez, I hope we don't get cut off. But the thing is,
they'll ask for more. Listen, Debbie, they need to use what they got first.
Right now, Ron had mentioned before. Yes, there was a story. There was a truck driver. He was like at some sort of checkpoint or something like that, and they thought that he might have been an illegal alien because he had said that his mom was in Mexico. He spoke with very broken English, and all this stuff. And yeah, maybe they judged whether he might have been an illegal alien or not. But he had his driver's license on him. He had his Social Security card, and yet they were still asking for his birth certificate. Who the fuck carries a birth certificate? Seriously, I don't carry my birth certificate. There's no reason why that driver's license and Social Security card was not enough.
I agree.
You have to be a U.S. citizen to get them. And if I carried mine with me all the time, if I carried my birth, most cops would fall over dead laughing. They wouldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm sorry. This bullshit about having to carry your birth certificate, it's big, it's going to get ripped, you're going to have to laminate the whole thing. There's no reason why you can't use a card that you already have. And you know what, if they really feel they need something more, I don't have a problem carrying another fucking card.
And it's more than that. The cost, at least here in Michigan, the cost of replacing your birth certificate, if it gets torn or whatnot, is like $25. I ain't got $25 to spend every year to replace my birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem carrying another card because the birth certificate was shown to get your driver's license. So I have a problem. I've already proved I'm a U.S. citizen. If you're not a U.S. citizen, you're not getting that without some notation on the driver's license somewhere. You're not getting a Social Security card. So I do take issue with carrying another card to prove who I am.
Okay, so we got 1 minute available now, and I am so sorry about this. This could go on for a while. Jack, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube under Lucindio6669 or on the web at theUnitedEmpire.org.
Ron, where can we find you? Quickly.
You can find me on YouTube underneath the ID of Pagan Ron. You can also find me on Xbox Live underneath Crow and Black 2008 and on YouTube where I post video game videos under Crow and Black 2008.
Okay, and I am Mystic Blue 1212 everywhere that it counts, except for my Facebook, and you're not getting that because it has my first and last name.
I already have it.
I know.
We got 60 seconds, so let me say it now. I didn't when I come in. Hail Satan, hail thyself.
And blessed be everyone.
Except the hypocrite.
Oh, Jack.
Such a bad man.
People can hear this shit.
That's what I said. I ain't gonna say something behind nobody's back.